Chamber books, what they are, how they work, and why you want to accept them. So what are chamber bucks? Chamber bucks are sold by the Fort Atkinson Area Chamber of Commerce. They're paid for at the chamber office, or if you don't want to come into the office, you can also purchase them online on our chamber website. We have a button that'll take you right there, and you can place your order and we'll have them ready for you to pick up. So they are issued as checks in the exact amount that an individual pays. So they are a little bit unlike normal gift certificate programs because you cannot spend them in multiple spends. They are a check, so they have to all be spent in one single transaction, but these checks can be used as payment at any participating chamber member business. So the middle of the portion of the check, when you buy a chamber buck, has all the list of the participating businesses. So why do you want to use chamber bucks or buy chamber bucks or perhaps give them to your employees? There's three big reasons why you want to participate in the chamber bucks program. The first one, the biggest one, your money stays local. So because that these chamber bucks have a requirement to spend them on a chamber member business and a participating business, that means that it has to be spent locally. So you can give them out to employees, you can give them out to friends, and then know that your money is staying local and it's being spent at a local business, which is awesome. Flexibility. The bearers of the checks get to choose where to spend them. And there's a lot of options. There's a lot of different participating member businesses. So no matter who you give it to, for whatever reason, they will definitely have a great place in Fort Atkinson that they can spend them. And finally, the purchaser gets to choose the increment. So typically we have people and we tell people that they should get them in about $25 increments. And no larger, just because you do have to spend them all in one go. But if you do want larger ones, if you want smaller ones, we can do anything between $5 and as high as you want to go in terms of a chamber buck. So it's a really flexible program and you get to choose the increments. So let's get a little bit into how chamber bucks work. So they function like any other check. Which means that the amount on them cannot be changed. So it is up to the businesses to issue a bearer change. So checks cannot be cashed in necessarily. They are for purchases only. So make sure whenever someone gives you a chamber buck, it is for the full amount on the check, and they cannot be partially cashed in or anything like that. It has to be the full amount. That's why we recommend people get the smaller denominations of chamber bucks, because ultimately they have to spend all of it in one single transaction just to allow the check to work. If you do ever have any trouble depositing these chamber bucks at your business or at the bank that your business uses, please contact the chamber and we'll be happy to help you. The final question that we get pretty often is if chamber bucks expire. So chamber bucks actually do expire. They all have an issue date on them, and then the checks say that they expire within 1 year of that issue date. So they do actually expire after a year. However, if you are a business and you realize that you have taken an expired check as payment, please contact the chamber and then we can work with you to reissue it and make sure that you get compensated. However, they do, if someone finds a chamber buck from say 2017, yeah, that's not going to be, good anymore in the year 2025. So they do expire after 1 year. So make sure you keep an eye on that as well.